Will, it is fantastic to see you here at London Film and Comic Con today. What do you enjoy particularly about this event?
About this event? Well, it's lovely to meet everyone because everyone's so wonderful and so nice, and also to hang out with some of the Game of Thrones cast, because on set, being up such a big cast and the whole different locations mean that you only see quite a small group of them at any one time. So it's lovely to see the ones that you don't necessarily cross over with normally.
Now, of course, you've been working with Pedro Pascal and Indira Varma, particularly in season 4, weren't you? Fantastic, both those actors. Tell me a little bit about what it was like working with them.
Working with them. The thing I have to say is how incredibly welcoming they were. I mean, I know Pedro was new to this season, but I always felt it was a bit of a kindred spirit, really. You know, sort of both of us starting, and then obviously he's this major character and was fantastic, absolutely amazing. He was a very generous actor and someone really great to work opposite, to work off. But more than anything, he was very lovely. I mean, so friendly and so open. It was really great. And then the same with Finn. You know, I mean, the year before, we spent a lot of time together, and it made what could have been quite daunting. You know, obviously being sort of my first big thing on a show that I love and loved before, and hell, getting naked. You know, it could have been really daunting, but actually because they were both so great, so professional, and so lovely. It made it so easy and just a joy to do.
I mean, they look very natural, those kind of intimate scenes on screen, whether they're with you and Finn or whether they're with you and Pedro Pascal and Indira. But I'm guessing, as you say, they can be quite awkward. I mean, what's it like when you're shooting something like that?
It's funny. I think there's always that awkwardness at the beginning when especially if you're with someone new and you're sort of like this. But ultimately, I mean, it's the actor's job to sort of find that intimacy and find that connection. But a lot of actors, especially on this show, they have a way of becoming close very quickly, and that, especially with these kind of scenes, helps because you need that, because it's a daunting thing, and if some things aren't right, it can be a very a kind of scary thing, but that was never the case on this show. And it's also because I'm sort of like, Game of Thrones is amazing, this is exciting, but yeah.
It is so exciting. We love the show as well. It continues to get better and better, isn't it? Even when it's utterly shocking and you're screaming, no, like we were with The Mountain and Viper. Tell me, what was it like when you're watching that scene?
So, I knew it was going to happen, because I can't resist when I'm on set sort of going, so tell me about this, what's going to happen with this? When it happened, kind of with the same with the Red Wedding, because I knew the same, I was like that, because you kind of go, I can't picture it in my head, because somehow Game of Thrones manages to make it even more shocking than you imagine it's going to be. And that's kind of all testament to how good it is, that it still manages to shock, even when you know the storylines, even when you know all that, it's still visually stunning. And it was gross, wasn't it? It's really gross.
When the eyes, oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. That was, oh god, that was good. I kind of feel like it's only going to get more and more like that in the show, which the fans love it. I love it. I want to see more of that kind of thing.
And Joffrey popped his clogs this season as well, didn't he? What was your reaction when you saw the king fall?
This, I did know was going to happen, but I'd kind of blocked it from my head, because I think Jack's character is amazing, and he's brilliant doing it. And I didn't actually get to meet Jack, but his the bit I saw when I saw him on set, I sort of did a tour of the set, and I saw him. The sweetest guy, and everyone would say how lovely he was. And so it was a shame. It was a shame that he was gone from the series, but it was a great way to go. And that was definitely a oh my god scene. That was one of those ones which I had my hands covering my face.
Another great character who also had an oh my god scene was Tywin, wasn't he, when he went on the loo? That was
just wicked. It was just amazing. I mean, it's amazing how this show can consistently keep people watching, because it's bound to, you know, being the quality of the actors in there and the stories and the costumes and everything, but that it can consistently make people talk about it and keep being in the press, which is just shows how widely viewed it is and how widely people love it, and that's, it's just fantastic.
And we talked about some people who died this season, but what do you think the kind of qualities you need to stay alive are in Game of Thrones? And do you think Oliver's got what it takes?
Well, I kind of heard this, and now I kind of believe it to be true. If you are nice in any way, very quickly. So I think Oliver, I think he's manipulative enough that he might be okay for a bit. I mean, I don't actually know. I've not seen the scripts yet. And being a non-book character, I can't, look up and find out. I think he's okay at the moment. But I think being a little bit of a spy as well as working the brothel, I think he knows how to, to fend off people and deal with people. I think he'll be okay.
Now, we know you're back for season 5, though, aren't you? What would you like, if you could say anything that would happen to Oliver? Carte blanche, what would you like to see happen?
Oh, this is good. This is a good question. I think I would like to see him... I'd like to see him... I know Aiden's character's gone off now, but it would be nice to see them sort of join back together. That would be really cool. To see him sort of have a bit more of a political role in King's Landing and to do with the battle for the throne. I think it would be really fascinating just to kind of see where that led, because I feel he has ambition. He's a very ambitious character, and I think this could happen. But I will say on top of that it would be great to sort of to meet the dragons. He wants a dragon. He wants a dragon really bad. Yeah.
Who doesn't want a dragon?
Exactly. I mean, I want one. Will wants one.
Let's all have dragons.
Yes.
Campaign for dragons.
I might be able to buy one here, actually. You probably could, to be fair. I mean, a bit of genetic manipulation, it'd be fine. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about Littlefinger as well, because you mentioned it, you'd like to maybe spend some more time on screen with him. It'd be great to see you with more with Aiden as well. It's such a fantastic character. I mean, what do you think his game plan is at the end of the day? Because he's such a sneaky character. I mean, it's each time we see him, a little bit more gets revealed, doesn't it?
For Littlefinger? Yeah. Well, this is interesting. He does keep it to himself quite a lot, doesn't he? He's and it's the same with Varys as well. That's sort of like, It's a very good question. I think he has sights set very high, and I mean, it would be lovely to see Olyvar sort of be a pawn in that, more. I mean, the stuff that's happening at the Eyrie is all very exciting. So yeah, I was saying I don't know. I can't really say. It's exciting.
Will, it's an absolute pleasure talking to you. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you very much for talking to me.